through all these documents. Y'all ain't getting the voice for the people right now. Y'all getting Kim from New York, okay? Did she put the air tag in the vitamin bottle in the car? Hallie,
Air tag, vitamin bottle, car. I heard that.
I was reading it like, oh my god. Child.
Any bitch trying to stalk you like that don't got enough shit to do. That's what I'm saying. That's why you gotta put these bitches to work. DDG, make this bitch film something. Make this bitch edit some clips or something. You gotta put these bitches to work. They be bored.
I was popping up at the movie theater using the air tag. Okay, let's go through the beginning. So Hallie originally filed for full custody and a restraining order and child support. And she also asked the judge, can she take her son to Italy because she has to go to work for 2 months. And she's supposed to leave June 7th.
See? So bro wouldn't be able to see his son for 2 months because you want to go to work. That's crazy. But that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, that's why, like I said earlier, I don't fuck with DDG because he did that snake ass shit. But this is what happens, bro. When you pander and you kiss an ass, guess what? When it's their turn to, when it's her turn to turn up and really act crazy, she going all out. She not stopping. That's what I'm saying. That's why you got to protect yourself from bitches like this, because she's going all out. When it's a woman's turn to fuck your shit up, she going all out. Because guess what? Nobody's going to say, hey, wait, don't do that. They're going to be like, girl, he deserved it. The fuck? Like, even if, that's what I'm saying. Like, I remember I said something on Twitter. I was like, so, because a girl was literally like, they were showing the text messages, and a girl was like, oh, she was going through postpartum depression when that happened. She was going through postpartum. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if her cousin died, her daddy died, her mama died. You don't get to act like a fucking bitch and an asshole because your life sucks. That's not how life works. You don't get to fucking make everybody else's life suck because your fucking life sucks. That don't make no fucking sense. So it's like, hell nah. And yeah, that postpartum excuse had me turned, because it's like women love to use that excuse to act like fucking dumb hoes and bitches after a pregnancy. And it's like, no, you got to deal with it just like every other woman has to deal with it. Why only you get to use your depression to be like a bitch, to act like a bitch? And that's what I'm saying. Emotions is shit that you control. You can control that. You can control feeling sad. You can control that. Like, guys, do not let these niggas trick you. Do not let these niggas trick you. Depression is an emotion. It's called feeling sad for a long period of time. You can control that. We have all control over our emotions. We have all control over our emotions. If you're sad, nigga, get over it. Go work out. Go do something. Go be active, but don't just sit there and sulk and be sad, because you're not going to get better. Which is why I say, good example is go work out. You'll actually be able to see the progress after you work out a couple times. You'll feel better. Be able to move better. Especially if you're a bigger guy, you'll definitely feel better. So it's like, don't let emotions take over you. Females can claim that because they can do shit like that. And like I was saying, back to my point, on Twitter, the girl was like, oh, she was going through postpartum depression. So I guess if she stabbed the nigga too while she was going through postpartum depression, that we would have validated it, that would have been okay because she's going through PPD. Like, fuck no.
And DDG today filed for a restraining order in full custody, and he's also asking the judge not to allow her to go to Italy because he's saying that she self-harmed herself and that she has repeatedly done this throughout their relationship, basically saying that the child is not protected in her custody. So
it's crazy.
She might not even go to Italy come June 7th. But when I tell you,
nah, what's today? No, I think they cleared her. I think they cleared her to go with her son.
I read all these pages and my mouth was on the floor. And I mean, he had text message after text message. Child, what the hell? Okay, so this started from March 2022. This is before the pregnancy.
And what's worse is, the only reason this happened is because DDG was getting slandered because she kept fucking putting shit out about this nigga and how bad he was and how abusive he was. And he didn't even, like, that's what I'm saying. It was chill. He didn't even have to do none of this shit and show these text messages, but she was fucking talking shit about this nigga. He ain't had the receipts.
This is their first incident where she didn't trust him. She basically was accusing him of cheating, and they got into this big argument, and he left, and she said that she was going to off herself. So
after an argument, respondent attempted to leave the residence in his effort to de-escalate the situation by repeatedly calling and texting him, eventually claiming she had a knife and implying she would harm herself if he did not return. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, these bitches are crazy. Little Mermaid, Disney, crazy. Talking about some, I got a knife and I'm gonna harm myself if you don't come back here. Holy fuck. What is you, like, as a nigga, and I know y'all not gonna like this. I know y'all not gonna like this. I know you not gonna like this answer. I know you not gonna like this answer. But as the guy, this is before they had a kid. As a guy, you go about your day. I know y'all not gonna. I know. But you cannot keep entertaining that. You do let her know. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I don't want you to do that. You know, let her know that you want her to be here. You just can't be with her. I want you to look at trying to get some help. Like, you tell her that stuff, but you don't go back, bro. That's like I'm sorry. I'm sorry if like, I'm sorry, cause you go back, she get mad, she kill you. She's already thinking about doing it to herself. Just, you don't go back, bro. I'm sorry. Like I said, you text her, let her know, want her here, you appreciate her, you definitely thank you for the time that you had with her, but we just can't be together. We just can't be together. You can be kosher about it. You don't got to be a dickhead, but like I said, you can't go back. This event is significant not only because it demonstrates suicidal ideation, but because suicide, but because it marked the beginning of a recurring pattern in which petitioner would threaten or feign self-harm as a manipulative tool to control. Exactly, that's the point. That's why I say you can't go back, because then she's like, oh, all I gotta say is I'm gonna fucking cut my arm, and the nigga's gonna be running. This dumbass nigga, I'm not really gonna do that. I'm fucking rich and famous. I got all this goddamn money. Why the fuck would I cut my arm? I'm trying to tell you, bitches are dumb, but when it comes to fucking niggas' lives up, they're not dumb. August 23, during a volatile confrontation in which petitioner seized respondent's legally owned firearm during an argument and left the house in possession of the weapon. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. She left the crib with the gun. Respondent, unable to locate her and concerned for her safety, immediately alerted his mother and her fiance, who ultimately found petitioner outside the home, still holding the firearm. Oh shit. See, this is what I'm saying, like, crazy. We had no idea what my boy was going through. We had no idea. Bitch stealing gun, running out the crib. That's scary. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all don't understand. And I've dealt with crazy bitches before. Like, not being able to predict what a bitch gonna do is scary. That's scary. Because like I said, females are emotional. So not being able to predict what an emotional person's gonna do is scary. Like, because they can do anything and fuck you up. Like, that's scary, bruh. She was described as emotionally unwell, and this is what I'm saying. This niggas has witnesses. Alerted his mom and fiance, and they found her outside the home. How the fuck was she allowed to leave? Incoherent and potentially self-deletion. This incident is particularly grave. Petitioner not only placed herself at risk, but she utilized a lethal weapon and in a context that clearly endangered the physical and psychological safety of those around her, including the couple's unborn child. Oh God, she did that and she had the baby. Oh man, these bitches is crazy. Nah, these bitches is crazy. I don't even want to hear this bitch talk. Like, she's mad annoying. I don't like. You might just look through the fucking pictures.
Upset. They got into this big.
Okay. So not only has she shown she likes to manipulate through self-deletion. She also is not afraid to go grab a gun and run around with it. Woo! Oh man, The Little Mermaid. I'll be trying to tell y'all, niggas be like, what? Bitches don't act like this. Yes! The Little Mermaid, Disney, Nickelodeon, Kids' Choice Awards. She was there. The Little Mermaid, Ariel, does this. Running around with a gun mad. That's what I'm saying. And you want him to allow her to take her son away for 2 months out the country where shit could just happen? In early 2022, our relationship deteriorated after Petitioner became verbally aggressive, largely due to her growing hostility related to my professional collaborations with other women and her fixation on my past relationships. During Grammy weekend in February 2022, Petitioner became enraged over Petitioner is Halle Bailey, became enraged over text messages between me and a previous girlfriend. An argument ensued wherein Petitioner texted another man to arranging to meet at 2 a.m. following a Grammy after party. Although my messages were platonic in nature, Petitioner fixated on them and retaliated by texting this other individual. This marked the point at which damn. So basically, she gets mad that he texts an ex. So she arranges a meeting with a nigga at 2 o'clock to get fucked, basically. That's crazy.
Big, huge argument behind it. She ended up texting, well, he didn't put...
That's crazy. In which I attempted to end our relationship. Despite my attempts to end the relationship, Petitioner continued to contact and pursue me. So even he was trying to get the fuck out of there, but bitch knew he was that's what I'm saying. This is how you know you got a good nigga. When he trying to leave you and you not trying to go. That's why it's like, bro, just shut the fuck up. What is so hard? Niggas trying to leave you, you not trying to let him go. That's fine. Keep your nigga. He's a good nigga. But shut the fuck up. Why do you want to keep him and not shut the fuck up? That's not, how's that fair? Even though life ain't fair, but it's like, damn, niggas, it's like, damn, you want your cake and eat it too. Like, shit, how the fuck you want to keep the nigga and not shut the fuck up? You have to do one of them shits. Shit. You can't keep the nigga and keep yapping. It don't work. Like, I don't get it. You can't shut the fuck up. That's what I'm saying. You obviously really want this nigga, but you can't shut the fuck up. Over time, her persistence elicited a sense of sympathy in me, which ultimately led to our reconciliation. Unfortunately, following our reunion, her behavior grew increasingly volatile, characterized by escalating verbal abuse and eventually physical aggression. Sheesh. Shortly thereafter, we reconciled, and despite our best intentions, the relationship continued to suffer because of Petitioner's insecurity. Petitioner continued to accuse me of impropriety whenever I spent time in the studio or collaborated with female artists and content creators. Petitioner would initiate arguments premised upon speculation and jealousy. Her constant accusations having no basis, in fact, utterly destroyed my peace of mind and emotional calm. Oh my God. Like, why would you go back, nigga? You're not supposed to go back. Okay. Pregnancy-related emotional abuse and concern. Despite the instability, Petitioner disclosed in or about April of 2023 that she was pregnant with our son. Despite the instability, Petitioner disclosed in or about April of 2023 that she was pregnant with our son. We had multiple conversations of our plans to co-parent together, even though our relationship had ended. Okay. Despite recognizing, that's in April 2023, despite recognizing that our relationship was unstable, I still wanted to move forward with having our child and was prepared to take on that responsibility. You're this dumbass nigga. Like, why the fuck would you have a kid with a crazy bitch that was trying to kill the kid and self-delete? Why would you do that? Oh, you dumbass niggas. That's what I'm saying. Like, too nice. About to sacrifice his son to be nice. Literally about to sacrifice his son just to be nice. Hopefully he... God. Oh, at the same time, I made it clear to Petitioner that I would support whatever decision she ultimately made regarding the pregnancy, so long as I was kept informed and included in the process. My only request was to be part of the decision. In June of 2023, I discovered HALLE attempted to terminate the pregnancy without my knowledge or consent, regardless of our prior discussions to parent the child together. See? And that's what I'm saying. How the fuck do women get to do what they want, but we still gotta pay for the shit? That don't make no fucking sense. HALLE contacted me complaining that, wait. On June 6, 2023, HALLE contacted me complaining that she was bleeding and in pain. In my effort to assist, I contacted her OBGYN and learned that HALLE had attempted to abort the baby but failed to take the second abortion dose. Oh, wow. So her baby might be a little slow. Shit, that's what I'm saying. No disrespect, DDG, no disrespect. That nigga might be a little slow with that shit. Nigga got 1 dose of abortion pill, 1 dose of death, and still survived? Shit. Following this discovery, I spoke to HALLE and asked why she would abort our child after we had agreed to co-parent together. HALLE threatened me by demanding that we reconcile or she would go through with the abortion. This was the most troubling of her attempts to coercively control me. Sheesh. I'd have been like, do it. Fuck. I'd have been like, do that shit, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't want to. That's what I'm saying. Why the fuck would you risk your son's life now? Now he's here. Now he has to grow up dealing with this. You don't even want to deal with it, nigga. Why the fuck would you make your son do it, nigga? Horrible. Following this threat to abort the pregnancy, coupled with the fact that she attempted to abort without informing me, I made the decision to cut ties with her. I could no longer be subjected to her controlling behavior, and I wondered whether her actions may have jeopardized the health and well-being of our new... It definitely did. Dumb. And that's why I'm saying, like, crazy bitches already showing us how women do not care about children. Already acting crazy to the father. I can only imagine how that nigga has to deal with her at the house. And I'm not even talking about the dad, I'm talking about Halo. Despite making it clear I wanted out of the relationship, petitioner insisted that the baby was unharmed and informed me that she began attending multiple medical appointments in an effort to reassure me. These appointments appear less about transparency and more about convincing me to stay. Ultimately, we learned that our baby was miraculously healthy, moved by that outcome and motivated by a desire to preserve a... Let's keep going.
DDG.
No, I take her a little time to read that shit. Surveillance and stalking with air tags. Oh God. So this segment was her during the pregnancy and the emotional abuse that she would put. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, women, this is what happens. This is why dating celebrity women is kind of an L. Because when you have an ego so high and nobody tells you no, this is what usually happens. Okay. What guys don't understand is that we don't get compliments, and niggas tell us no all the time. We hear no every fucking day. So we're used to hearing no. So most guys don't turn into a degenerate when they become rich and famous, because they're used to hearing no, so they understand the word no. Okay? Like, their ego isn't up there all the way up their ass because they know the word no, so they tend to understand it as well. Whereas women are always told yes. So their ego is, when I mean up the ass, is up the ass. So what guys don't understand is that since women are told yes all the time, DDG actually kind of trying to stand on 10 and leave. She's surprised. She's like, you're trying to leave me? What the fuck? And now she's going into her psyche to, it's like, damn, this nigga trying to leave me, and he be having hoes around him, and they be looking good. Damn, I gotta go. I can't let this nigga leave me and get a better looking. Like, her ego is going crazy because nobody told her no. But this is the nigga, that first nigga is telling her, fuck you. I don't want you. I don't want to be with you. So that's why it's crazy, because why would you? That's why it blows my mind. Like, why the fuck would you go ahead with? Who gives a fuck if she's I don't give a fuck if she went to a million therapists, nigga. Like, why the fuck would you agree to having this child? You should let her do the second dose. You would be straight right now. You wouldn't even have to be dealing with a nigga. You scared a nigga might kill your kid. Yeah, why the fuck would you have the child, dumbass? Stupid. You was scared she was gonna kill the baby before the baby was even here. So why the fuck would you have him and not think the same? That's what I'm saying. Like, one thing my mom used to always tell me is, when somebody show you who they are, you better believe them. Once she showed you I'm a crazy bitch and I say, oh yeah, I'll do this and that, and you better show me some attention, I'm gonna do this. Once she showed you that, bro, you should have said, oh yeah, this is how you act all the time when you don't get your way. Cool. And kept moving. You didn't have to fucking be with the bitch and have a baby with her and co-parent. You didn't have to do none of this shit. But it's like niggas put themselves in this situation because nice guys. I'm gonna be nice and we're gonna do this together and hopefully she gets better and people change. They don't. You know what happens when niggas change rapidly? It's called bipolar disorder. Look it up. Niggas do not change. Niggas do not change. That's why when people be like, oh, I got with him and he just started whipping my ass. No, he was whipping your ass way before you got with him. Might not have been as bad because he ain't have all the time and space that he needed. But he was whipping your ass way before you married him. I promise you that. Or you had the kid. He didn't just start whipping your ass, girl. You know that. Stop being stupid. Stop being stupid, girl. You know he ain't just start doing that shit. Stupid. All right. Now, it says petitioner's surveillance and stalking with AirTags. Okay, so Halle's surveillance and stalking with AirTags. Not her surveillance. Jesus Christ. Lord, Mermaid had all the time in the world. Halle has repeatedly shown up unannounced to places I frequent, initiating public confrontations and verbal outbursts. On about June 16, 2023, while petitioner was pregnant, she appeared and don't think I can't fucking read. I don't know why they look like this. Like, unwanted at a movie theater in Westwood where I was attending I can't even see the fucking letters. Attending a film with a female, like right here, what the fuck? Female friend. Okay. Like, these shits look jumbled up. To be clear, this individual has been a long-standing, strictly platonic friend, and there was, holy fuck, like, I can't, like, where is she getting this information from? Because that shit is ass. These, like, you can barely, like, I can't wait to clip this shit, because niggas be like, oh, on your camera, like, nigga, yes, I can't see shit. These fucking words. There was no romantic or inappropriate relationship between us at any time. I'm like guessing. I later discovered that petitioner had been using hidden Apple AirTags in my vehicles to monitor my location, which explains how she knew where I was that evening. That's what guys. It's gonna hear me. I'm gonna be on repeat. And I'm gonna be on repeat because not only did Halle come to the internet and lie, niggas believed her immediately. And I already made my video. I already said I before any of this court document shit came out, I already made my video. I read some shit and I said, DDG had posted some shit. She's abusive and emotionally abusive and physically aggressive. I said, I don't like DDG. I don't like him. He's a fucking snake because he did that shit with Fresh and Fit and went on the show and knew he didn't like the niggas, but still didn't say shit. Even if you was going through shit with your girl and disagreed with what they were saying, you still should have said some shit instead of just sitting there being quiet like a little bitch. That's the only reason why I don't like DDGs, because that's weird. That's weird snake behavior. Imagine a nigga that don't like you sitting right next to you. So it's like, that was just weird to me. But when it comes to niggas and their sons and their family, like, I want you to be with your son because that nigga needs you, and you're a part of the black community anyways. So I would rather him have a son and not be one of these motherfuckers running around one of these there we go, one of these YNs running around without no daddy. Ain't seen the fucking male figure in years, or nothing around your mama and your aunties and shit. Females and your sisters. But what's it called? Yeah, I would want him in. I would want his father in his life. Even though I don't like DDG, I don't like when women take advantage of men, which is why we do this show. So yeah, before this shit came out, before the evidence for DDG came out, I said, you know what? I believe him. I believe him because he panders. He panders. And every female comes out and is like, oh yeah, we love him, da 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 da. But even Halle was coming out saying, like, even Haley, whatever the fuck this bitch name is. Even Petitioner was coming out saying shit like that. Like, yeah, he's such a good dad, da 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 da, da la la la. Like, I'm telling you, it's sick. It really is. It really is. It's sad because niggas be trying to be nice too much. Like, you cannot be nice, bro. They are not going to be nice to you when it's time for them to. When it's time for everybody nice and good and be friendly, they're not gonna give a fuck. If you see me doing this though, y'all, I just got I had to get shots today. Yeah, so my fucking arm is sore as shit. But yeah, these bitches are not gonna be nice to you. Promise. Petitioner entered the theater and immediately began shouting profanities in a loud and disruptive. Petitioner entered the theater and immediately started acting like a Negro. Stupid. Immediately started acting black. Immediately started acting like the ratchet black bitches all over the world. The Little Mermaid entered the theater and immediately started acting like a ratchet black hoe. Can't make it up. I can't make this shit up. Shit. I was incredibly embarrassed by the incident. In an effort to de-escalate the situation so as to avoid further confrontation, I exited the theater with my companion. Petitioner didn't follow closely behind, continuing to shout expletive. I can't see this middle. Explicit. I can't see this letter right here. Expletives. I can't see what this letter is. It was a E or an I. It looks like a fucking C. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And directing her verbal assault at both me and my friend, referring to us as B words and threatening to beat her A. She made repeated accusations of infidelity and attempted to initiate a physical altercation with my friend, all while continuing to use hostile and inflammatory language at the two of us. As Petitioner attempted to physically... Nah, that's crazy though. That's crazy. So she came to the theater, literally began shouting loud in the fucking theater. Nigga didn't even go down, whoop your ass, slap you, shut you up. None of that shit. Nigga left. He said, fuck it, let's just leave. Maybe she'll stop. As bro is leaving, she then follows behind him, continuing to verbally assault him, calling him and his friend the B words and an A, and said she was gonna beat her ass. Ass. Calling her a bitch and threatening to beat her ass. As Petitioner attempted to physically attack my friend, I was forced to... As Petitioner attempted to physically attack my friend, I was forced to intervene and restrain Petitioner to prevent harm to both my friend and to Petitioner, who was carrying our unborn child. This is while this is while she's pregnant. She's pulling up to the movie theaters to fight bitches. This is the most ghetto hood rat shit I ever seen in my life. Stupid. Like The Little Mermaid. I'm trying to tell y'all niggas, like, stop.
The movie theater, because he was there with the...
Stop believing what these bitches say. Look at what these bitches do. These bitches is crazy. When she shows you she's crazy, bro. Jesus Christ. This incident was particularly troubling as it clearly established that petitioner was becoming more unhinged more frequently. During petitioner's pregnancy, from April through December, I found Apple AirTags in my vehicles. Upon discovering these devices, I realized petitioner was using these devices to stalk and surveil me. I did not become aware that petitioner was tracking my movements until I began receiving persistent and unfamiliar Apple AirTag notifications on my electronic devices. It became evident that petitioner had been using AirTags to stalk and monitor my whereabouts. Together with my mother and her fiance, George Charleston, who also serves as my driver, we discovered.
So she's very upset.
Yeah, she was mad that he was going to the movies with another bitch. Maybe he stopped being a bitch and he wouldn't be going to the movies with another bitch. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get it. Why do you want to be a bitch and still want to be with? I don't understand. You want to bitch with this nigga and still want to be with him. Why? You're always arguing with this nigga. Why do you want to be with him? I hate you. You are the most horrible person of. These are text messages. These are obviously text messages that Haley is sending to DDG. I hate you. You are the most horrible person I've ever met. I wish I didn't have to fight with you, but you continue to let me down every time. This is crazy. She's literally like this. And then speak about exchanging my son in a money deal for views and openly flirt about how every other woman in the world about me. You hate me and want me to die. I want to die because of you. I will die because of you. That's not right. I have to go. I've been so nice. I've been calm. I've not broken your property or anything. I have to go. I'm pregnant and you're trying to cause me more stress for no reason. I said this morning respectfully, I'm not arguing with you anymore. Who the fuck is this bitch talking to? But I already know this bitch how this bitch act. You want to be petty? You can be petty by yourself. Stop blocking me. Okay, I gave you a chance. You ruined my whole day. I have to work. Your computer is broken now. Goodbye. Damn. Hey, so I'm going to stop calling now. You've cheated on me. I literally caught you with another girl last night. And today you... Let's see. See, that nigga look a little fucked up a little bit. Let me stop. Alright, so these are the texts. These are all the same day. Yeah, these are all the same day. These are all the same. No, these are all the same day, and these are all the same day, but these are different days. These two texts are different days. This is last year. The left side is last year. And then it just gets worse. That's what I'm saying. It starts getting worse. Stop blocking me. Your computer is broke. That's like so crazy. Okay. Documented was in. We were in Atlanta and an argument ensued. This was March 2022. Between us, I left petitioner as I did not want to continue to engage in a fight with her. Upon leaving, petitioner repeatedly called me. When I didn't answer her calls, she then proceeded to text me. Attached is a true and correct copy of these messages. In these messages, petitioner is threatening to end the relationship if I do not answer her calls. When I respond, informing her I just want to be left alone, she threatens me, claiming she has a knife. On several occasions, petitioner has threatened to kill her, to unalive herself, especially when I tried to end the relationship or leave her residence. Jesus Christ. And you gotta just leave, bro. That's what I'm saying. You let her know you want her to be here for her child because her child needs a mom, and you don't want no harm to be done, but you can't. You gotta leave that shit alone. Call the police and call it a day. Ain't know about August 2023 throwing us. Take her to the fucking psych ward. Take her to BH. Shit. Take her to behavioral health. During a particularly my hospital people know that. During a particularly volatile argument, petitioner became enraged and threatened to unalive herself using my legally owned firearm. Jesus. Without my consent, she took the weapon and left the house, alarmed and unable to locate her. We read this already. George ultimately located petitioner outside the possession of fire. He even retrieved the weapon from her. And they still let this bitch leave? Following this, petitioner proceeded to run upstairs and locked herself in the master bedroom closet, where she remained lying on the floor in an emotionally unstable state. This is crazy. This reminds me of one of my exes. This incident was one of several in which petitioner's actions posed a serious threat to her own safety and the safety of her son by creating an environment of emotional distress and danger within the home. To unalive herself and make yeah, bitch is crazy. See, and this is what he's supposed to do. You're going to go through life. You're going to him to let him go through life without a mom. I have to call the police. I can't let this happen. Reasonable response. Perfect. If you don't come back here, I'm going to call the police. I don't want you to do something stupid. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. You have a son. I know you took my gun. Yeah, that's crazy. On March 21st, 2024, petitioner sent messages threatening to kill... Oh, my God. To unalive herself and made statements that suggested she might harm her son. She then attempted to drive while in emotional distress with our child in the car. I can't... That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even let bitches drive no more, because that's how scary bitches are. Like, I don't even let women drive no more. Like, if I'm in the car, I'm driving. Like, bitches are so... Like, I'm telling you. I was so concerned for Halo's safety that I contacted the petitioner's godmother, asking her to intervene. On at least 2 other occasions that I can recall, one in September 2024 and another in November 2024, petitioner sent similarly threatening messages. Attached are true and correct copies. Given these threats to self-harm, I believe petitioner is a threat to our son's safety such that she should not be allowed to take Halo out of the country to Italy for a period of 2 months. I'm filing a concurrent ex parte application seeking to preclude petitioner's international travel. In the event this court does not grant the ex relief, I will have no choice but to report petitioner's threats. Petitioner habitually used verbally abusive and profane language, often yelling, "Fuck you niggas, stupid bitch," and calling me bitch during arguments. Damn. But you still wanted to have the child, you dumb ass nigga. I want to call you a dumb ass nigga. Petitioner would frequently denigrate and demean me by telling me I am not enough of a man for her. These verbal assaults often occurred in the presence of others, including family members, and most troubling for me, our infant child. Incidents of this nature occurred repeatedly throughout our relationship. And this nigga still thought he should have the kid. He should have let that bitch take the second dose. Fuck, you niggas are dumb. Niggas are fucking stupid. Should have let that bitch take the second dose. You don't never. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is why standing 10 is how this. If he would have stood 10, he would have never ran into this in the first place. He would have never had the kid with her in the first place. You niggas have to stand 10, bro. Fuck. Petitioner's coercive control of my access to Halo. Petitioner repeatedly refused to allow me to see Halo when I was not in a romantic relationship with her. If I created content with other women or posted something online, she would block me and withhold access. She often used our son as leverage to control me emotionally or punish me. Petitioner frequently blocked me on all platforms after breakups and would only communicate through my mother. This became a constant pattern, with her toggling between affectionate behavior and extreme hostility depending on whether I was physically or emotionally available to her. Oof. Yep.
I married P the child as me
sounds
he
about
went to
right.
go pick up Halo because she said that he could stay overnight. And when he was
conversations
Halo,
against my will
and she
on I hate that this shit won't go away. Conversations against my will on multiple occasions. Petitioner has refused to let me leave her home by physically blocking exits and threatening to withhold our son if I attempted to separate from her. And I can tell you guys, I'll give y'all a story. One time, I never argue with bitches no more. I don't argue with bitches no more. But this is back in the day when I wasn't as intelligent, wasn't as educated, and wasn't as didn't stand on my 10 like how I'm telling y'all niggas. And everybody does. Every guy has to go through the stage of where they not standing on their 10, because we're not taught to stand on it. Taught to let we're taught literally happy wife, happy life. Like society teaches you that happy wife, happy life. So we're not really taught to stand on our 10 for real. So there was a time where your boy ONYA was definitely arguing with bitches. You never argue with bitches ever. This is a dictatorship. We don't argue with females. It's my way or get the fuck out. You don't argue with females. So back in the day when ONYA used to argue with these bitches, ONYA, I remember having to break down to my ex, like, and she used to do the same thing. I used to try to leave because I don't, like I said, I don't argue with bitches. So I tried to leave most of the time. But when I would try to leave, she would block me. And I used to like have to explain to her, like, do you see how a nigga couldn't have done this to me? You see how a man couldn't have blocked me from leaving an area that I didn't want to be in? You see how a man couldn't stop me from doing what I wanted to do and being and leaving the and not wanting to argue? The only reason you get to do this is because you're a woman. And this is the privilege that women get all the time. The reason you get to yell and scream is because you're a woman. The reason you get to stand in front of me and block me and I can't do nothing but stand there with you is because you're a woman. Because as soon as I pick you up or move you, even though I'm going to move you out the way, definitely, because I'm going to get out the way because I'll be recording. But me personally, because I'm getting out the fucking house. You're not going to fucking, and that's why you record, because then you can say, they can say, oh, he did this. You got the recording. But only a woman can stand there and confidently say without a shadow of a doubt, no, you're not going nowhere, and block me, and I'm way bigger than her. Only women can do that. And if a woman feels secure enough to block you from leaving somewhere, that means she knows you're not going to do nothing. That means she's not afraid of you. That means you're not that means you've never abused her and you've never been a threat. You see what I'm getting at? So for her to be blocking exits means he's never really been a threat. He's never really put his hands on her. Because why would you block something and you know you're about to get knocked out? You wouldn't. But you would block something and you know you're not about to get knocked out. Because you know he's not about to do shit. But stand there and argue with you. So. Okay. So, yeah. This privilege only comes from women. And it's so funny seeing this because only women are allowed to do dumb shit like this. Niggas could not do no shit like this to another nigga at all. On or about January 18, 2025, petitioner agreed that I could pick up our son Halo for an overnight visit. However, when I arrived at her residence, she insisted that we discuss and formulate a visitation schedule, an issue that had become increasingly continuous due to her repeated pattern of using Halo as a means of control. Okay, there we go. I can't even see what word. Artificial. I can't even see that word. Artificial. I can't even see the word. Like limiting. I can see limiting kind of my access based on her emotions or preferences. After placing Halo on his in his car seat, petitioner unexpectedly entered the back seat of the vehicle and refused to exit. What? Effectively preventing me from exercising my custodial time. Despite my repeated requests for her to leave the car, she locked herself inside with Halo and grew increasingly agitated. Concerned for the safety and well-being of her son, I called my mother for guidance on how to proceed. During this incident, petitioner demanded I talk to her and make a schedule, and then proceeded to strike me from the backseat by launching herself over the center console into the front seat to punch me. And she did so. Her own momentum caused her to hit her head on the steering wheel. At no point did I strike her. In fact, I attempted to shield myself by restraining her arms to prevent further punches. Eventually, I drove home with petitioner still in the backseat car in an effort to get her to calm her down and exercise my visitation. I arrived home and went inside with Halo as petitioner stayed outside to talk to my family and complain about the status of our relationship. After my mother arrived, petitioner spent time with my little sister who eventually drove her home. At no point did she leave the premises in a state of distress or hysteria. This behavior is consistent with her ongoing efforts to interfere with custodial rights, including unilaterally denying visitation and traveling out of town, such as her undisclosed trip to St. Louis, which I only discovered through social media. These acts demonstrate a continued pattern of coercive control, emotional volatility, and disregard for agreed upon parenting arrangements. Yeah, facts. Yeah.
He had Halo.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Notably, on August 16, 2024, I documented one such outburst by the petitioner as we were leaving a Bruno Mars concert at the Intuit Dome, which we had attended with our son. During this incident, petitioner became upset and demanded we leave. As I was driving back home from the concert, she became verbally aggressive and emotionally unhinged in the presence of our child. She began to hit me as I was driving with our child. Petitioner clearly had no regard for her personal safety or that of our infant son. So basically, she's fighting him while they're driving. Jesus Christ. I ended up pulling the car over so that I could de-escalate her volatility and make sure we were safe. I recorded her outburst to preserve a record of her behavior as it reflected an ongoing pattern of volatility that has continued to jeopardize both my emotional well-being and our son's sense of safety and stability. I will play this recording during trial. However, I have to also repeatedly call my mother during incidents where petitioner was physically assaulting me. This occurred so frequently I cannot provide the court with specific dates. These events were not isolated. She would often refuse to leave my home or my vehicle, preventing me from leaving and demanding, oh God. Yeah, these bitches are crazy because they know nobody's gonna do nothing. Keep hitting me, you stupid bitch. Keep hitting me, you're a stupid bitch. Keep hitting me, cheating ass. Keep hitting me, dirty dick. Yep, keep hitting me. Wait, what is this? What is this? Transcript of image. Oh, this is the video recording. This is the transcript of the video, I guess. You got fucked. Yep, you got fucked. Is it fucked? Yeah, get out my car. You got fucked before. Keep hitting me. I never got fucked. Yes, you did. Yeah, keep hitting me. Nope, not even by you. Yep, keep hitting me. Not even by you. Keep hitting me, stupid ass. Yep, I bet you. Calm down. I get the fuck out of my car. Ooh. Okay. Attempted to end our relationship despite my attempt to end the relationship. Petitioner continued to contact and pursue me. Over time, her persistence escalated a sense of Okay. So this is, when is this? August 16th, 2024. Okay, so this is recent. Okay. Okay, so this is the outburst. Okay. So if this is the outburst for August 16th, 2024, when he recorded while he was in the car. This is how she talks. Jesus Christ. I don't know why she wants to be with this nigga anyway. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we read this part already, yeah. I don't even want to listen to this bitch talk. I just need the info. This is him texting her on the 23rd in 2022. The trust issues are becoming overwhelming. Maybe that's for the best. I put in too much time and effort to making you happy to have to deal with this bullshit every other day. And in your eyes, you're never wrong. It's frustrating and I'm over it. I'm no longer entertaining this argument. I need to work on becoming more successful like Jay-Z, like you said. I would never said no shit like that. Then maybe you'll take my vision of becoming a big label owner serious instead of shitting on my dreams every second you get. I would never said no shit like this either. I would have just said, phone is on airplane mode. I wouldn't even say, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have been cut it off, bro. Like, why are you even having to text all this shit? The fact you got to put your phone on airplane mode means you need to just not be with this bitch, bro. Like, you shouldn't have to put your phone on airplane mode to ignore a bitch. Like, yes, you put your phone on airplane mode and say you're not dealing with it, but when something bad happens, don't say anything. Ooh. Because this was my attempt to beg you to listen to me, just to answer the phone, no, to just hear me, to try and understand where I'm coming from, but you don't. And you'll regret it. Oh, God. I'm working. I don't know what to tell you. Every day I want to die because of the way you embarrass me online and allow other women to speak on me. I keep going on because of how much I love our son. I have 50K, 40K in bills every month. I have no choice but to work. And how much I know he needs me. Send me a clip of a girl disrespecting you. I'll give you 10K if you can. You constantly hurt me and then try and to say I'm wrong for asking for support. She couldn't even send the video. He said, I'll send you 10K, nigga. You couldn't even send it. I just thought we'd do what I wanted to do today since it's Mother's Day, but if you really want to go, you can. I'll just go home and pack. Hello? If you don't come back here, I'm going to call the police. I don't want you to do something. Okay, we read this already. Yeah, but yeah. Halle Bailey's a crazy bitch. And DDG came with receipts. Shit. DDG came with fucking receipts. My nigga, that's what I'm talking about. Record that shit. Smart nigga. Come with receipts so you don't look like a fucking idiot, bro. Please. Come with receipts so you don't look like a fucking idiot. Like, this is why standing on your 10 as a guy is extremely important, because it avoids running into women that act like this, running into women that don't know their place and think that she can tell you how to run your life and she can follow you around and you're supposed to tell you what to do. This is what standing on your 10 avoids you from. Because the first conversation, do you listen? Listen, nigga, I do what I want. Boom. You're good. You don't need not to talk to her no more. You could go back to work and you got 40K. You got 40K a month in bills. 40K bills a month. 40. My neck. This damn shot. But like, you could have went back to working. She would have did Little Mermaid, fucked another nigga life up. It wouldn't have been you. It would have been you going through this. It'd have been another nigga fucking her shit up. You'd have been talking, pandering, doing your pandering shit with the hoes. What they call that nigga Moo when he fucking be acting like a little bitch. But yeah, could have been doing that. Living your life, bro. Not even worried about this shit. Didn't have to worry about a son. Worried about if he's okay. You wouldn't have to worry about that shit. But you wanted to be nice. This is what happens. Y'all niggas are always gonna finish last, and y'all are gonna continue to finish last as long as you're gonna be nice. The saying didn't come out of thin air, guys. Nice guys finish last. This is why. She was being so persistent, so I just had some sympathy and I felt sorry for her, so I just went back and I was being nice. Because when it's her turn to be nice, nigga, she's not going to. She's going to step all over your balls. She might even spit on them. Trying to warn you niggas, man. I be trying to warn you niggas, man. DDG. Please, bro. Pay attention. I hope this wakes him up. Hopefully this wakes him up to see, like, damn, I'm always on their side. I'm always fighting for them, but that's still not enough. I'm always talking about how you should treat women better and be good to women and I'm always talking like that. But even with me talking, pandering like a dumbass nigga to these females' emotions, even when I'm pandering, I still lose. I'm still losing. Even when I'm pandering, I'm still losing.